As Trump just signed the deal that will bring peace to the Middle East, we're going to be talking about that in today's video because the markets are starting to pump. Gold is moving up, silver is moving up, copper is moving up, and a lot of the markets are liking this news. But is it fully locked in? Are some people unhappy about it? Is there a chance it could break? Guys, we're going to talk about all of that in today's video because it is a massive day. It's actually Sunday night, but it's Monday morning right here in Australia. And it is Trump's birthday on Sunday, which is yesterday for me. But right now, if you get it, if you're watching this video live, it will be Sunday night, UFC 250. And absolutely huge day happening in America right now because big things are happening in Washington, D.C. We'll talk about that later. And let's get into the biggest news. And the big news is right here. The Iran peace deal has now been announced by Pakistan on X, confirmed by U.S. leaders and Iranian media on X, and backed by Qatar on X. X has become the central venue to discuss and announce the most influential decisions in the world. And that's a bit of truth right there. So X is huge. Elon Musk is, creating a lot of conversations about a lot of different topics. But one massive focus has been this Iran conflict. And you can see right here, Trump has said this great deal will bring peace and security to the whole region. Many presidents have tried to make peace with Iran and all have failed before me. The leaders of the region have, for the first time, found a president who can help them achieve real peace. With the opening of the strait upon signing of the deal on Friday, for purposes of mine removal, oil will flow on both ends for the region and the world. President Donald J. Trump. And we do have some details that have potentially been leaked out right here, some expected terms. But I have to say, look, if this is real, if this is legit, if this is locked in, we are seeing some front running in the market. So the markets are obviously really, really appreciating this. And we have spoken about this on the channel before. I said to you, look, once this thing does get resolved, it is starting to look extremely bullish. You can see right here, the S&P 500 is expected to open up very, very strong tomorrow. And as a result, it's a great pumping back up of the financial markets right now. So the expected terms of what we can see out of this, so potentially a ceasefire for 60 days, a negotiation period. So there's further negotiations for technical discussions around Iran's nuclear program, removal of the U.S. naval blockade, and reopens the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. will commit to discussing sanction relief with Iran. U.S. will commit to discussing the release of frozen Iranian funds. And peace deal includes permanent end of fighting on all fronts, including Lebanon. And we'll get to this because this is the point of contention that I want to get through to you guys, because this thing is not resolved at all. And we'll get to some of that news. And final agreement to be signed on June the 19th in Switzerland. And more details will probably be announced in the next 24 hours. Because at the moment, there is a big UFC event happening in Washington, D.C. That's where President Trump is right now. But expect tomorrow we'll get some of the big the news out of that. I want to tell you guys who is not happy about much of this, and this is where we'll see what happens, because again, some groups are not happy, and one group in particular who is not happy about this, guys, it's Israel is not happy. So Trump says Netanyahu has no effing judgment after Beirut strike. So one of the key pieces of contention right here is Lebanon. So Israel is still in Lebanon. They are still bombing Lebanon. I don't think they have withdrawn from Lebanon. And Bibi has come out with some statements saying he won't be withdrawing from Lebanon. And we're going to see if Trump does anything right here, because the actions obviously are against the spirit of this peace deal, this peace agreement. So if you want to see peace in the Middle East, it has to include Lebanon. And the thing is, if this doesn't, resolve, this is where maybe it breaks again. We'll see. But this is obviously causing a lot of contention in Israel right now. And President Trump says Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu is a very difficult guy. He should be very thankful to us, because if Iran had a nuclear weapon, Israel wouldn't be around. And many of the Israelis are not happy as well. So you can see right here out of some Telegram groups sharing intelligence. It's a strategic disaster, they're saying. So Trump is giving the Iranians quite a lot and getting nothing in return. And so from their point of view, they're not happy about this. So many comments against Trump from Israel right here. And we're going to see how this all kind of plays out right now, right? So it's obviously the smoke is still to settle, right? We're still going to see right here. There are some people out there running state media saying there's going to include what is this? A 300 billion reconstruction plan. So we'll see if that's true. And again, we're going to also see oil dropping as well. So if we have a look at the financial markets right here, let's prick out the oil price. And yes, the oil price is really plummeting. So you can see right here, literally in the last couple of hours, it is teleported like Harry Potter in the Flume network down to $82. So that's obviously good, right? It's all really good stuff. This is what you want to see. You do want to see a peace in the Middle East because remember, it's a huge waste of time, energy. And remember, all the stuff that is spent on bombs, there is an opportunity cost. You could be building roads. You could be building bridges, hospitals, the future of humanity, really. And but that is something big happening right there. So the oil market is absolutely tanking right now, which is good. And you can see right here, financials loving it. So silver getting ready to make a comeback. So it could be a massive week for silver. Right here, it's recaptured an important level, which is the $70 level right here. So you can see right here, previous strong level of support before it rallied up again. So silver holders, prepare for a big week if we continue to get good news. And not only that, like you can see right here, copper is really starting to move back up. So you guys know there was a lot of FUD right here, lots of FUD and panic, people selling, diamond hands winning. And, copper could be one to watch for another all-time high coming up in the future. And remember, on this channel, we have been speaking about there are some significant supply constraints and supply shocks happening with copper in the future. And it's not just a short-term metal. So I know some people like to trade, short-term. But I think in the next 5 to 10 years, if they don't figure out the copper situation, we could be seeing a lot of really high prices. Because remember, copper does fuel robotics, it will fuel drones, it will fuel the future economy. So just keep your eyes peeled for copper. And if we have a look right here, guys, gold is soaring back up as well. So 4,300 is basically added. How much is this from the previous levels of FUD? $300 in about 48 hours. That is pretty solid. Right there. So looking really, really strong. And I have to say, it's going to be a massive week. And you can see right here, a lot of the financial markets are going to be absolutely pumping. And, one thing that's true that we've been talking about on this channel in particular is even though there is peace in the Middle East, one thing that will never be peace for is the national debt of countries. So remember, taxes, money printing is still going to go up. Asset owners winning. Asset owners, if this peace gets sustained, it's going to be a massive, massive, week coming up for the financial markets and asset owners. So if you own, S&P 500, gold, silver, copper, watch out because big things around the corner. And we'll have to see, whether this agreement crosses the line and whether there really is a proper, legitimate feud between Israel and America. We'll see, how that all plays out as well, whether that actually becomes they go different pathways. America's interest versus Israel's interest. We'll see how that all plays out right there. But that is a huge update to watch out for, guys. Appreciate you being here, and let's see these markets move up. See you in the next one.